All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 20. 57. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
First carry for James Conner. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Exit.
On first down, Wentz going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And he's able to get up here to the 26. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Alert. Lock in. Watch twins. Check 26. Alert.
Now it's Trubisky. Got a man. It's Brown. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Alert 18. Alert 3. Whip. Watch the whip. Check motion. Check. 55 to Mike.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. This time Trubisky will throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Strong right. Strong. Alert. 4 down. Hey, 18.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. From the shotgun is Trubisky. This will be caught by Brown. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
61, matchbox lights.
First down, Cincinnati.
Hey, 18. Hey, alert.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
First down, Bengals.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Who that? Check. Fresno.
Running right, here's Brown. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Slam.
This is Hines. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And a Bengal first down.
They'll run on first down. Brown. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Being chased out left. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
You ain't doing nothing, Bill. You run, go. Check, crunch. Hey, alert. Hey, orbit.
Now Trubisky on first down. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
49, check 49, check 49.
On first down, it's Brown. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Alert, 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 alert. Red, go.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. From 17 yards. Point after here coming up. Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Waiting! I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Go. 280! Let's put him on there. Let's go. Great. Put that team on there. 74.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. That's caught. It's Malone. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and 2 at the Bengals' 38-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
55.
Go.
Now Wentz, eluding the pressure right. Complete. It's Johnson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll run here with Connor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. Again, it'll be Connor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now from back at the 5, this is third and goal. To throw is Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo, you said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he was kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. This is Connor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Wentz. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
To throw, it's Wentz. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Here we go. 180. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on.
Wins to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He may try and run for this. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Done. 120. Watch the out. Watch the out. Done.
Into the red zone. Wentz buying time to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 7-7, our score after 1.
Here we go. Waiting. Check the out. Check the out.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here we go. 180.
They'll look to run with Connor. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Man, 5-7. 0-0, Mike free. I got one.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Brown. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Trubisky. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the second quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the first quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Going top shelf for Smith. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now this time he'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Hines. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Alert, 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 alert. Here I come again. Here I come again. Check, check. I got
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On 3rd down, Trubisky. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Adam Shaheen, that time. And it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Throwing now is Wentz. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I'm coming after you.
Wentz now on 1st down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Finds his running back, James Conner. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Wentz now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Again, it's Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Wentz now to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Johnson was the intended receiver. After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. as his guys are in for 6, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good 3-1 the score as the kick's away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our sports halftime report. Coach.